Good morning, Vande Matram. Welcome all of you. So, the topic we are going to discuss from Savitri here, the subtle realm. This is the topic of discussion for now. We are going to have a brief discussion on subtle realm. Sri Aurobindo quotes it beautifully. The description of the kingdom of the subtle matter we can find here. Sri Aurobindo's great description here. It is describing upon the few subtle realms behind our own. That's what here in the course here. In that fair subtle realm behind our own, the form is all, and the physical kings, gods are kings. So behind our own, some subtle realms are there, where form is all and the physical gods are kings. The inspiring light plays in fine boundaries. The inspiring light, the light that is inspiring, that inspiring light, of course, it plays in fine boundaries. So a faultless beauty comes by nature's grace. By the grace of the nature, the beauty that comes, that beauty is faultless. A faultless beauty comes by nature's grace. Their liberty is perfection's guarantee. Perfection's guarantee. Guarantee, that is perfection's guarantee, that is a liberty. That liberty that is guaranteed. Liberty is perfection's guarantee, although the absolute image lacks, still then some lacking is there. Although the absolute image lacks, the word incarnate the sheer spiritual ecstasy. Just imagine, even if these are things that is beyond our imagination, we have never feel. Just form is all, and the physical gods are kings. The inspiring light plays in fine boundaries. A faultless beauty comes by nature's grace. Their liberty is perfection's guarantee, although the absolute image lacks. That is one pitfall. Absolute image lacks. We have to go a long way forward. The word incarnate, the sheer spiritual ecstasy. All is a miracle of symmetric charm. All is a miracle of symmetric charm. Initially, while describing all these things, Sri Aurobindo had a few observations and a few quotations we have initially seen, and we have of course observed. Sri Aurobindo has quoted, beauty is his footprint showing us where he has passed. Beauty is his footprint showing us where he has passed. We don't know, we don't recall even. So just imagine, you can remember that gospel in Odisha when Vidyapati, he went to, of course, find, see where Nilamadhava is. In the request, of course, in the advice of his beloved wife. So imagine Lalita. So that mustard seeds were been put on the ground in the guise, but that's what that great Sabar king Vishwavasu, he could not be able to know. And this, after some time, when the climate came down, when there was a little bit rain, these mustard actually from that mustard seeds, this great actually this infant seeds, actually this actually it was flowered, the sprouted, it was flower. So when next when he went with the king, see how he could be able to identify what really the track is, where it is leading, because from this mustard flower, it was flowering, it was very much yellow in color, everything was charming, the road was actually excellent, path was actually, it was a viewfinder, splendorous scene. So this road could be visibly seen and visibly glanced by this Vidyapati and the king. And they reached Nilamadhava without any confusion, without any problem. So like this, we can find there is a beauty. So beauty is a relative term for us, somebody, for somebody. You can beauty lies in the rose, or in the, you can find in the lotus, somewhere in the deep hill. And sometimes some people feel rishis and all, they feel beauty inside that dense wood they find. Sometimes we feel something, the beauty lies in the very one infant. Sometimes we find in the beauty of the very beautiful lady. There also we can find it relates. Even during in the grasshopper or something like in the zoo, somewhere you will find in the beauty of the wild beast also we can find. It relates. It differs from person to person, from view to view. But thing is that beauty is there. Almost everybody they admire of beauty. So whatever beauty is there here in the course, that beauty is his footprint showing us where he has passed. This beauty whom you are adoring, you are expecting, this is a great beauty you see, beheld. And of course, there you can find a great thing, that a great beauty. This beauty is showing his footprint that where he has passed. It is everything is a blessing. It is his of course his footprint. And that's what we have seen in the English study. We have seen beauty does not lie in the object, but beauty lies in the observer's eye. For that only, sometimes even if somebody feel this picture of Mona Lisa is a great thing, but there also people find even the ugliest creature of the world, to whom the most people deny. Of course, they neglect. There also the people find there is a great beauty in us. Sometimes we feel that the fairest lady is the white, and the fairest lady is the most charming one. There also you find the already that the black lady, that also she also deserves a lot of things, lot of charm, grace, and of course lot of attraction from many angles. It depends. So for that, beauty does not seem to stand in the object. It is in the observer's eye, who is observing in what consciousness and with what mental flexibility. That's what. Here in the course here, beauty is his footprint showing us where he has passed, and the love, his heartbeat's rhythm is mortal base. Nothing to do with matter. We claim we love, we are lovable, we adore love or something. Here in the course, love is his heartbeat's rhythm in mortal bliss. Happiness, we feel it is happiness. We are leading a happy life. Happiness lies with us so many ways. We claim happiness is the smile on his adorable face. On his adorable face, happiness lies there itself. It stays there. Anyway, here in the course of the, we are here to describe few lines on the subtle matter. Here in the course here, there's some marvel and some wonder of things. Here in the course, it tries to explain. They are all feels all is a miracle of symmetric charm, a fantasy of perfect line and hue. That's what beauty. The all is a miracle of symmetric charm, a fantasy of perfect line and rule. They are all feel satisfied in themselves and whole. They are all feel satisfied in themselves and whole. A rich completeness is by a limit made. Rich completeness is by limit made. Marble is an utter littleness abounds. Marble in an utter littleness abounds. So again, in that there itself the great description is that rhythmically you can find the great, of course, fine description here from Sri Aurobindo. So an intricate rapture rears in a small space. An intricate rapture rears in a small space. Each rhythm is keen to its environment. Each rhythm is keen to its environment. Again, Sri Aurobindo goes forward. And each line is perfect and inevitable. Each rhythm is keen in its environment. Each line is perfect and inevitable. Each object faultlessly built for charm and use. That is a greatness here in the course. Each rhythm is keen to its environment. It is not going out. Keen in its environment. And second, each line is perfect and inevitable. Each object faultlessly built for charm and use. All is enamored of his own delight. All is enamored of his own delight. Inapt, intact it lives of its perfection sure. So perfection, delight, charm. Imagine these are the things we can find in that subtle realm which is still lacking of course we have not known, because this realm is lying and it is behind our realm. Here in the quotes here was not futile efforts, broken heart. Most of the time, that the quick fix advertisement we can see, it can fix everything except broken heart. Most of the time we keep crying, who will tie up these broken bangles? किए जोड़ी दबा भंगा चूड़ी को. So that is broken. Who will come and joint it up, bridge it up? So here was not futile efforts, broken heart, exempt from the ordeal and the test. Not only test, exempt from the ordeal and the test, empty of opposition and pain. Empty of opposition and pain. No opposition, no pain. It was a world that could not fear nor grieve. It was a realm. How the realm is described? That was no fear nor grief, no grievance, not to grief, not to fear. It had no grace or error of defeat, no chance, no error, no defeat, no grace of error or defeat. It had no room for fault, no chance. That was the real realm that has been described here. It had no room for fault, no power to fail, never to fail. These are the symmetric and charmed kingdoms, realms we have ever seen. So again, out of some packed self-bliss, it drew at once. Out of some packed self-bliss, it drew at once. Its firm discoveries of the mute idea. Form discoveries of the mute idea, and the miracle of the rhythmic thoughts and acts. It's a clear technique of firm and rounded lives. Everything is moving towards perfection, towards charm, towards symmetry. That is the great description we are here seeing. Again, Sri Aurobindo quotes here a little bit ahead. A blue horizon limited the soul. A blue horizon limited the soul, thought moved in luminous facilities. The outer ideals swallows its swim range. Life in its boundaries lingered satisfied. That is the problem here. Life in its boundaries lingered satisfied. I am satisfied. Mother course, when somebody feels satisfied, the next step is towards the graveyard. There is nothing, because everything you try, when somebody stops aspiring, he begins to die. Death starts. When somebody feels satisfied, the next step is actually truly moving towards the graveyard he does not know. So try to do everything, try to learn everything minutely, try to move everything every way, and try to better at every moment, because there is no end. You have to move forward, you have to be pushed forward, you have to adventure forward, you have to journey forward. That is what you have to do, that's what you know. Life in its boundaries lingered satisfied with a small happiness of the body's acts. Small happiness of the body's acts, life in its boundaries lingered satisfied. Again, here in the quotes here. Forgetful of her violent vast desires, forgetful of the heights to which she rose, her walk was fixed within a radiant groove. Walk was fixed within a radiant groove, the beautiful body of a soul at large, like one who laughs in sweet and sunlit groups, childlike she sung in her gold cradle of joy. So again, here in the course moves forward and tries to explain something that is very interesting. She faced no peril of sky or abyss, no fear, no peril of sky or of abyss. She knew no vistas and no mighty dreams, no yearning for her lost infinitudes. So it is lingered, no wings for wide and dangerous flight, boldly within limitations. Here in the course, the spacious call reached not her charmed abode. Spacious call, that is, call is there always, but actually it reached not her charmed abode. She had no wings for wide and dangerous flight, faced no peril of sky or of abyss. She knew no vistas and no mighty dreams, no yearning for lost infinitudes. a perfect picture in a perfect frame. Perfect picture in a perfect frame, this fiery artist could not keep his will. Only a moment's fine release it gave, not final, not 100% perfection. So only a moment's release, the release it, moment's fine release it gave. A careless hour was spent in slight bliss. We have known initially, we have known that an idiot hour destroys what centuries made. Similarly, equivalently, we can find a sentence here. A careless hour was spent in a slight bliss. Careless hour was spent with in a slight bliss. That's what every day and every moment of time we are doing. Our spirit tires of being surfaces. Spirit tires of being's surfaces. Transcended is the splendor of the form. Transcended is the splendor of the form. It turns to hidden powers and deeper states. It turns to hidden powers and deeper states. So now he looked beyond for a greater light. Still, it is realm is absolutely charming and absolutely wondrous, wonderful, no doubt of it. Still, then it is not the end. You have to go a long, long, long way to go. So now he looked beyond for greater worlds. His soul's peak lying, abandoning in its rear this brilliant courtyard of the house of days. Brilliant courtyard of the house of days was left behind. She is climbing forward, abandoning in its rear. He left that fine material paradise. This subtle realm, as described by Sri Aurobindo, fine material paradise he left. Why he left? Where he is going? His destiny lay beyond in larger space. Here he can stay not. As we have seen in the case of Savitri, Sri Aurobindo quotes, Savitri quotes, for here I can stay not, for I seek my soul. Here also same thing, same way it is written. He left that fine material paradise. His destiny lay beyond in larger space. Wonderful description, wonderful realm, wonderful inspiring words have been used by Sri Aurobindo. Still then a long way to go, leaving this one as Sri Aurobindo has left, Osapati has left, like this. We have to become aware, we have to go in quest of a larger realm. For this, it is for time we have to stop here. Vande Mataram.